Hi Dolly friends, welcome back to my channel. So now I'm a princess and I'm with my new little princess who I've named Audrey Rose. She's in her princess costume and I just love this new baby of mine. So I am doing now the tag Paranormal, that's by both We Are Caylee's channel and Lisa Littles. And I have a story that to this day I still have no explanation for. I had an apartment, a two-family house on the first floor with my first son. My hat's gonna keep falling, sorry guys. And princess needs her hat. Okay, so it was a two-bedroom apartment in an old two-family house. The house might have been built somewhere in the late 1800s. My hat's gonna keep falling, but it was a lovely apartment, and it was a good price, and it was perfect for my older son when he was a little guy. And I took it, and I moved in, and all was good and well. And right away started having strange experiences in this particular house. Things would just fall. But when they fell, they didn't land. When something falls, it lands, differently. If a bottle of salad dressing, which actually did fall in this apartment, it would land the way you had it on the shelf or the countertop, And, I didn't pay much attention to that. And a couple of things like that had happened. And with different items and objects. So one night I woke up and I had to go to the restroom. We all have to in the middle of the night sometimes. And I saw this big ball of white light flash into my room and leave. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go back to bed. I blew it off as maybe a car was riding by with their headlights shining and high beams on, which is a possibility. I'm not saying that's not what happened. It could have been. But it startled me. And then one night, I read a book story, a children's story book to my older son. Gee, he must have been like 3 or 4 years old. And in this particular apartment, there was a front door and a back door in the kitchen. Well, we used to enjoy, it was more convenient also to use the back kitchen door and just leave the living room door locked and shut and all that. And he jumped, and so did I, because I heard someone, honestly, open the back door, walk in, and slam the door shut. I mean, slam. Well, when he jumped, I knew this is not my imagination. So I didn't think of the paranormal. I thought I was being robbed. I thought someone did a B&E, and I had a pocket knife in my pocketbook that I pulled out right away for protection, and a can of mace. I went through the whole apartment. No one was there. Not one person other than my son and I was in the apartment. And the back door was locked and bolt locked. the way, and chain locked, the way I left it before I went to read him his story and lay down with him. Because he was at the age I would, lay down with him 10, 15 minutes. And then when he fell asleep, I would go into my own room. And I remember telling the girls the next day at my job how frightened the whole thing was. Not only was my heart pounding, I thought someone did a B&E in my apartment, and I was alone at that point. I was already getting my divorce from my older son's father. And, it was just completely frightening. So, the gentleman friend I have, he was my friend years ago, and he was there one evening waiting for me in this same two-family apartment, and he heard someone open the back kitchen door, shut it, but normally, not a slam like my son and I heard. And someone walked, there was a long hallway, and to get to the living room, the two bedrooms were, one was on the right and the other one was on the left side in this long hallway. And he thought it was me coming home. He said there was nothing. He checked the door, it was locked. And, it was just so many different noises you would hear in this apartment. And I always blew it off as, old pipes and this and that. Until this happened to my gentleman friend in this particular place. So it ends up, I moved out, I forgot about it, couldn't afford the apartment. The rent went up, after a while. And, I had to get a more affordable place and whatnot. And I just kind of forgot about it. Well, in the late 1990s, I took a trip to Florida. I found my girlfriend, Roxanne, who was one of my best friends in high school. And Roxanne and I, grew up together in high school and, early teen years and whatnot. And when I told her I lived in that apartment, I didn't tell her the experience I had that was pretty scary in that apartment. She said her grandmother lived there. If I'm not mistaken, now I could be wrong on this, but I think she said the grandmother might have passed away in this apartment. And that just said it all to me right there. I felt, but on a positive note, here's the catch to this whole story. I just felt on a positive note that her grandmother was there watching over me, protecting me. Maybe there would have been a B&E that night if I didn't get up, put all the lights on, check everything. Maybe it was almost like a guardian angel of mine. So I always left it as that after she told me the story. That, gee, that was the same place her grandmother lived in many years and loved it there. And because other than what I said, nothing, I never was creeped out or frightened. It wasn't like the Amityville house in Long Island. It was not, it never felt like it was evil. It was just frightening because you would look and there was nobody and nothing there. And so, yeah, that's one of the craziest paranormal experiences I've ever had. I have some more, but that's for this tag for this evening. I'm hoping to do another paranormal tag. And thank you for watching. And God bless you all, and have a lovely evening, and see you in our next videos. God bless. Bye-bye.